Thank you for checking out your strategic circle proposal. So let's talk a little bit more about that founder problem. I can talk with absolute authority on this because this whole business has been born out of a passion project for me off the back of my other couple of businesses. So, founder life, we lack focus, direction, and follow through without accountability. We get caught up in the day to day and in our own heads. We hustle hard, but not always smart. It can be soul crushingly lonely and overwhelming. So, what's the solution? A safe, inspiring, perfectly curated peer group, strategy planning, and a tried and tested framework that you actually want to do, expertly designed, dedicated on the business focus time, accountability that's completely wiggle proof. My favourite word, it's about not being able to wiggle out of it, a strategic partner that is next level at driving you. So, introducing the strategic circle. As part of this, it's one on one time with your dedicated RWC strategic partner. So that's an annual 6 hour strategy day and a monthly 60-minute one to one. That gives you that completely dedicated, accountable time to give you complete clarity and direction. Peer support. So this was a massive thing for me. A perfectly curated and facilitated peer board of up to 10 founders. The key to that being curated. So you'll see as part of your proposal, it's all about finding the right fit for you in terms of not only the partner and the circle, but also the other people in that board. Board level governance, we have quarterly board meetings with previous quarter updates, next quarter updates, and masterminds. So it's that next level accountability of reporting at that board level. And it really helps that we hold them all at beautiful 5-star locations. You also have a full portal to do all of your tracking on, so that there's a full portal that guides you, that what you'll do with your partner, that is that next level accountable reporting. Frameworks, strategic frameworks and models that provide clarity and focus across personal and business, and we use all of the tools and frameworks and models from our sister company, Real World Consultancy. So Strategic Circle is part of Real Consultancy, which is so it gives us that credibility. So RWC is a multi-award winning business. We've got over 7 years of experience supporting over 1,000 businesses and founders on a one-to-one basis for coaching and strategy. We also have the ambitious growth model. So RWC have built, we've refined, we've tweaked it within an inch of its life until we're completely happy that it is absolutely perfect, the ambitious growth model. And that forms the strategic basis for the circle. So we have a book on it, and it is all about that strong foundation for growth. You'll see here the ambitious growth model. So we talk about all of the different layers. So many of our founders have got multiple businesses. It's all about your portfolio, but all of that sits on top of a clear understanding of your ambition level. So your purpose, your motivators, your environments to thrive, your personal vision, your parameters, your boundaries, your leadership style. So completely understanding you and what you want out of your portfolio. And then for each business, building on top of that, a strong foundation for growth in your vision. So really clear mission, vision, values, USP, a mission statement, a target customer, like you'll absolutely nail target customer, and a clear product or service catalogue. So having that really, really clear foundation to then put the strategy on top. Then we work on that strategy. So looking at getting you to a point that you have a 3-year, 12-month set of strategic goals. Then we break that down into critical measures. So, what are the key measures that you're looking at in the business that will tell you whether you're on track or not? And then finally, breaking that down into that delivery. And that's where the monthly resets come in. That's where the peer board accountability really helps because you're reporting that 3-month set of objectives into those board meetings and then helping each other to stay accountable in between. So 3-month objectives, and we work in sprints. So we also have monthly resets, which is about helping you to turn all of that into monthly sprints of action. And then reflections, so learning, failing fast, moving through so that we're getting work done at pace. So with all of that, why create the strategic circle? So this is the timeline of RWC. So I created RWC in 2018. It was actually called Real World Consultancy then. We abandoned the word coaching and rebranded to consultancy rather than coaching in 2019. Because for me, I soon realised that actually we wanted to combine that strategy side, but also there's so many coaches. And so it's quite an underregulated industry, and I felt that actually at that point it was undermining like the service that we were offering. So we refined into a consultancy, and then in 2021 we combined that coaching strategy and facilitation into one place and thought, right, okay, that's a really powerful offering. We're combining the coaching with the strategy from the business element, but we're also going to bring that facilitation side in, so sucking everything out of people's heads to help them get clear. In 2023, we then refined that even further by adding on the framework. So over those few years, the accumulation of the ambitious growth model, where it developed and built to the point where we've then got a clear framework that we can wrap around what we're doing. And quarterly tracking. So the framework is very much, and the quarterly tracking is very much around clarity. So no one can give you a blueprint and say, do this, this is going to make you grow your business. But what we can do is give you a framework that will work to, which is around helping you to get clear. So if you're clear on all of these areas, you're setting yourself up in the best place to grow, and then looking at the quarterly tracking and everything around it. We also at that time moved away from having coaches into partners, because again, coaching is such a powerful tool, and I feel like because the industry again is so underregulated, it's become a bit of a buzzword. So we've moved away from having sort of business coaches into having strategic partners, which felt right for us in terms of the combination of all of those things, with the coaching, the strategy, the facilitation, the framework, the quarterly tracking. It was broader than just coaching, but also the focus onto the partnership between us and our clients. So all of that came together, and that's still running beautifully in RWC. But I still, for me, felt that there was something else that I would like, if I'm putting myself in that founder seat, which I am in that founder seat. There was something missing, and there's something that I've always craved. So in 2025, we found the magic piece, which is the strategic circle. So curated peer board. So it's having all of those wonderful things we built in RWC, but wrapping around that trusted, curated peer board, complete safe space. And it's one of those things that for me as a founder, I really, really missed, because you have your network, which is amazing, but you still have to put an element of a mask on. I built my team, which is fantastic, but you still have to be the leader of that team. Whereas when you're in a peer group, you have that unfiltered group of champions that are on your level, that have been there, got the t-shirt, completely get it, where you can completely demask and just support each other in a completely unfiltered way. So that's where we moved to with the strategic circle, was bringing in that curated peer board element. So this proposal and everything that we're doing is about us creating those curated peer boards. So the fact that we've sent you this proposal is because we think you would be perfect for our founder circle. So growth is abundant, honesty is encouraged, vulnerability is welcomed, support is real and active. You can put your guard down, you inspire each other to grow, you keep each other on track, you help during times of struggle, you let others support you, all of you feel stronger together. That is our aim with the circle. So why now? We're launching our founder circle for the next board. If not now, when? So if you commit to 12 months of dedicated growth personally in the business and for those in your circle, just imagine where you could be by this time next year.
Good morning.
So today is all about us creating and curating those perfect boards. We have sent you this proposal because we think you'd be a perfect fit, and we would love to have you in that circle. So if you're interested, please sign up below, and we would love to welcome you in, get you onboarded, and we cannot wait to see where you could be this time in 12 months. So the question is, at this point, can you afford not to invest in yourself and not to see where you could end up with 12 months of this completely focused, completely dedicated? So the question at this point is, can you afford not to? Can you imagine where you could get to in 12 months? The time is now. This is your time, and we cannot wait to enjoy the journey with you. And I personally can't wait to see the progress in your business over the next 12 months.